Hello, my name is Mike Pfaff, and this is my YouTube channel, Living in the Illusion. Now, as usual, I have our last video on here for just a slight review before we go on to our subject for this video. And so this subject of the last video was scary. Is there free will in the illusion? Because there's not much to it, because what we found out is, or I tried to point out, using the flower of life, which was all interconnected circles. We're all interconnected. We're all, I'll use another word, entangled. And we operate like one system. So when you want to do something, say, I'm going to make free will. I'm going to move my car. I'm going to wash the dishes, or whatever you decide to do. You say, I'm doing it on my free will. But you can only do that with the agreement with everybody else in this matrix of the flower of life. So this is what it is. All your memories, all of what you want to do is interconnected with everybody else. And as you move left, somebody else has to move, or many people, a little bit at a time, move right. And as I move one direction, you move in another direction. Now, on a conscious level, you're not going to see this at all. You're going to say, well, there's independent things, and I can do independent things, and therefore I have free will. The conscious mind is so small, you have no concept of what's going on behind it and how we are all interconnected, and how the only place we can be is right here, right now, and there's nothing real or physical in the past. This is all you get right now. So that was very interesting, and I'll reference that video, and if you haven't had an opportunity to go, or you missed the last one, you can go take a look at it and see what you think about your free will. And now we're going to change, and we'll have our new video. And here is our subject for this video. So let me read it off of here, because as usual, I cut it down a little bit. Not much, because we start off recognizing this is a fascinating subject. Fascinating. Mathematics, talking about mathematics, is it discovered or invented? Now, you may not be aware of it, but this is a very topical question. And if you go on other YouTube channels, you can look up that saying, is it discovered or invented? And you'll have more fun looking at all the different answers. Now, I'm going to look at it differently than most, because I'm looking at it through the illusion. So I've already started a bunch of stuff on here, so let me kind of explain it. Again, we have our infinite energy system. And for this model, all these little dots, you know what's in the infinite energy system? Everything. All the mathematics is right here. All the mathematics that you would ever need or want or talk about is right here. Unmanifested in this infinite energy system. Now, over here, we have a lens, because through the lens, we are looking for the mathematics. Why are we looking at it? Why would we even care? Because we had a thought. We had a thought. Thought. Action follows thought. Thought must be there first. So if you have an idea, a thought, a theory of how something is working, you need that first to act as your filter or your lens to look at the proof, the mathematical proof that is out here. But everything is out here. And now, like manifesting, I want you to think that all of this mathematics, all of these mathematical conundrums, puzzles, all vibrate. Are all vibrating. Everything out here vibrates. Nothing rests. Everything moves. Everything vibrates. And so the mathematics out here is vibrating based upon the type of mathematics it is. So now in here, you see you're getting a little different approach. In here, our lens, this whole thing vibrates, has certain frequency, based upon your thought, your idea, your theory of how, with the question that you're asking. And so it's vibrating at a certain frequency, and this is vibrating at a certain frequency, and the right mathematics for the theory will begin to vibrate together and come together. And it will show the proof that your theory is right. So, are you inventing the proof that your theory is right? Or are you uncovering the mathematics out here that satisfies your theory? A very interesting question. Here is, now, before we go on, let's talk, because out here means nothing until it is interpreted in here, through the lens, through your filtering system, which in this case is your theory or your idea or your thought. So, basically, out here is meaningless. Out here is nothing until you interpret it based upon your belief system. We always seem to get back to your belief system. Now basically, since this out here is meaningless when encountered. This brings us to the first lesson in A Course in Miracles. And we have talked about this in other videos. I'll try to reference them. I think I have one on the first 7 lessons in the course. But this one, the first one, says, nothing I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place, means anything. This infinite system is meaningless until you put the meaning on it. You put the meaning on everything in your universe. And you create your universe based upon this lens. Now, this time we're using the lens as a theory, an idea, or a thought. But it is basically your belief system. Your theory can only be within your belief system. You can only have a thought within your belief system. So that's what this filter is. Now we're bringing forward a theory of how something works or how you think things should be. So this is meaningless until you bring it in from your input lenses, through your input information, your senses, and then you create your world. And you do the same thing with the mathematics. All the mathematics of everything that ever will be or was or could be is out here. Why did you pick the mathematics that you did to make this proof? They vibrated together. It's manifesting. So you manifested the mathematical proof of your theory. Now it may take years. I think Einstein, general theory of relativity, and also E equals mc squared, I think it took him 5 years or more. But he started out with a thought experiment. He started out with thoughts. You can't start with mathematics because it's everything. You have to have a thought. You have to have a theory. And then you develop that theory, you start vibrating, and then the math will present itself to make proof that this is so. Now, what if you can't find the proof? Well, everything is there. If you're willing to spend a lot of time, you're going to find it. But you also may find in this search that you might have to modify your theory. You modify your theory, you change the vibration. You change the vibration, you bring up different mathematics that will make the proof of your theory. Now, why am I doing this? Because science, in many realms, has this 180 degrees turned around. They think, well, we got to have the math to prove the theory. The theory must come first. The thought must come first. The idea must come first. You cannot have a proof until you have a thought. You are the creator. You have a theory or a thought or an idea, the mathematics will be there. Why? Everything is here. Everything is vibrating. And this is vibrating. Your lens is vibrating, and you will have proof. Now, before you have your proof, the mathematics and your thought are in superposition. They're together. You can't have one without the other. They're entangled. They're working together. And so you might think about quantum entanglement here. Just like in the last video, we were all entangled. We were all in the flower of life. We were all playing off of each other. You're doing the same thing here. So you are both discovering and inventing simultaneously in the process. The mathematics is not superior to the thought. Without the thought, mathematics is useless. Useless. Doesn't mean anything. That's why the ancient wisdom, first the thought, then the action. First the thought, then the action. Action always follows thought. Energy always follows thought. So, give that some thought. And don't think that you have to have the mathematics to know if your thoughts are right or wrong. The mathematics is nice. And it's always nice in the scientific world to say, oh, these mathematics prove this is so. This is so. You got 180 degrees around. Without this, without your thought, without your theory, mathematics is useless, impotent, can't do anything. You're the creator. You create your world, you create your universe, and you can master how you do that. But first, you have to recognize this is an illusion. Nothing is what you think it is. And so if you change it, it's okay. Be good to yourself. And we look forward to seeing you next time we get together here in the illusion. Bye now.